Hello again. Over the past few months, we've broken down our walk into individual bits and pieces. And I've done this because, quite frankly, that's usually what I have to correct on people the first time I'm working with them. So today we're going to go over some of the most common issues I found as an instructor doing this for over 20 years, what I found with dancers, whether they're beginners or whether they've been dancing for a few years. So the first three issues I find, I see it in practically every single beginner's class I've taught over the past few years. The very first item has to do with the turnout of the feet, or rather the lack of. So I'll often see students with this position of their feet rather than this position. As I talked about in another video, which I will post a link below, this is our natural turnout, the way we are designed to walk. And if we are moving or standing in this position, you'll feel that you're actually engaging your thigh to place your leg in that way. So instead, let your legs relax and have this natural turnout. We're not looking for a ballet turnout, just our natural turnout. So that's usually the first item I have to fix on someone, or someone in my class rather. The second issue I often find is the distribution of the weight toward the outside of the foot. Here I'm exaggerating a bit. But if you have the weight on the outside of the foot, that's less balance because you're not using the inside part of your foot. I'll also put the link below on the video where we talk about using our Instep to bring that big toe down. And just as a quick review, if this is a problem that you have, the exercise I recommend for it is just stay with your feet together, go up, and slowly bring yourself down. That'll help you to learn how to work on Instep so you can bring your foot down. And that's really important because what we want is 4 points of balance on our foot. 2 in the heel, the ball of the big toe, and the ball of our little toe. The third issue I often find is that when people walk in tango, the walk may be too wide. So they have a one-track walk where their legs are underneath their shoulders. And that's good for everyday walking, for being it gives you a very wide base, which is nice. But if you do that in tango, then your weight shifts this way, which means your partner's weight has to shift this way. And really what you want is a shared axis that goes this way, or as little of this movement as possible. You want to start working on what we call the one-track walk. Now the last issue I often find happens not just with beginner dancers, but also experienced dancers who have been dancing for a while. And this is bounciness that happens. Maybe people get so excited, they love the music so much, which is great, but they end up translating their excitement into this upward movement. Instead, if that's your tendency, I want you to think of somebody like Elvis Presley. Elvis, the king of rock and roll, right? He has a lot of upbeat music, but if you watch him, he's more percussive. He doesn't go up into the air and bounce up. He actually does more of a downward, boom, boom, downward type of energy. We talked about how we can go down more, especially with that, Instep, so that we can get all of our foot down. But this grounding is also going to help you project yourself forward. Because the other reason people may bounce, and this I'll have to admit is more of an issue with the men than the women, But the reason people may go up instead of level or down is because their attention is only to the next step instead of going forward. To bounce up and down, right, what has to happen? You're bouncing your knees bend, or the bottom of your foot. The ball of your foot is going up. So if I think, oh, I just got to get to the next step, what I may not be doing is using my entire big toe to get me to the next step. So here, I'm just using the ball of the foot, because that's what teachers can say, huh? Use the ball of your foot. So you get this. So we also want to make sure we're using our entire toe, from the ball of the foot all the way along the toe itself. So we're going forward. We're rolling off that big toe. That's going to get you a smoother walk. And that works going back just as well, by the way. And this bounciness, it's quite frankly, it's a little annoying. Okay? So if you can get rid of that, you'll be doing your partners a big favor. Because what it does is it creates a lot of unnecessary stress on your knees and your ankles. It also takes away time. Because every time you move like this, you have to come, every time you bounce up, you have to come back down, and that's taking away time from being able to invite your next step. It also creates a lot of noise for your partner. So when I feel somebody who's dancing that way, I'm trying to listen to him, to what he's saying, but it's like there's somebody else out there that's talking, and it's interfering with what it is, what the conversation I'm trying to have with my partner. So that is it for today. I hope that you found that useful and that it helps improve your tango as well. Next week, we'll be looking specifically at some issues that women are facing, since they're the ones that are usually having to walk backwards. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.